Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you the Constructible Traps. That is an item that is on the Steam Workshop and is currently still under testing. A few of the things, for example, some of them are still not destructible. You place one or two and you cannot destroy them anyway, so they are a little OP right now, but as I said, they are still under testing and some stuff will change. But they are fully functional in my opinion right now, and we're gonna test them on this video. You can also go ahead and go to the Steam Workshop page if you want to test these traps. There's an IP where you can connect through the in-game window to test those traps on a test server, or you can always go and download this mod by hitting the subscribe button on the Steam Workshop and then add this code, the load mod code, into the auto exec file of your server. But you will need to have Oxide mod installed, okay? And you will need to put a plugin on the plugins server folder by clicking on this link here. This will give you the script, okay, of the plugin. What I did was to go here to the plugins folder on my server folder and the Oxide folder, go to plugins, and I have currently more plugins installed. What I did currently, I'm not sure if there's another way of doing this, probably there will be another way of doing this, but I made a copy of one plugin I've already installed here. I made a copy, I opened the copy with the notepad, delete all the codes that are here inside the script, and copy this script from the paste bin side to this notepad file, save the file and change the file name, okay, the copy of the other file, to trap. So it's trap.cs you wanna have here on the plugins, and you are able to test this on your server. So let's start to see which traps are available for you to use, and let's go here. Sorry, there's here. This new symbol will appear, this new option will appear on the construction menu, okay, in the building menu. So it's a trap symbol, and this is from a previous video I've done. These are the soul stakes. They are also available on the Steam Workshop to test. Pretty cool idea. And these are the two types of traps, okay, you can add to your base, and it's a great add. Personally, I'm enjoying a lot the idea of these traps. So this one is the cheapest because it only uses 3 Toker acid and doesn't build raid drills like me. I will collect a lot of this by killing Tokers. So what you have to do is just place. As you can see the design, no build permission. First of all, you will need to be authorized on the place you are gonna place the traps, so it will limit you to placing these traps anywhere and make other curious people dying everywhere they go, okay, that will be crazy. They look like this, okay. And now I'm gonna place a fire trap. And I'm gonna test this with and without my admin powers. So first I'm gonna step on them and I'm not gonna die, I'm just wanna show you what they do. And the second time I will remove my debug backpack, so I will take any damage, alright. And these are the spike traps that can be crafted with basic spears. And by the way, this fire trap will be needed some gasoline, okay, 200, but if you collect a lot of orangs you will make this gasoline in no time. Each, okay, this is more expensive, and this is molten spears, ice spears, and 8 basic spears for each. So let's put the 3 on the side of these ones. I'm also gonna activate this plugin to avoid that Max to die at first, and then I'm gonna do that. only 2 traps you can remove, okay? So currently these 3 traps, the more expensive spears. Eventually you will be able to craft them, okay? And you can really try to destroy it with C4. But it's not gonna work. For now, of course. They are now a little overpowered, so they will always stay there if you destroy a base. Unless you destroy the stake, I don't know if they will decay, but for now they are just like this. But it's a good start. So let's start with the poison trap. You step on it. This is a great idea because if you add like some kind of holes on your base, and people will fall down there. This one is done, and the other one, it's gonna be funnier when I remove my admin powers. And this is really cool. You will instantly die, I guess. Or at least have a lot of damage. Let's wait for the fire to go away. Ouch. That is painful to watch, and it slows you down. This will cause you more damage. Damn it, it slows me down a lot. But it's a great idea. Okay, spike traps. So now let's remove the admin powers and get ready for dying. Let me just set my spawn here just in case. Okay, let's start with the poison. It poisons you a bit, but if you, as you can see, you get the bad acid message. But imagine if you have a lot of, like probably 3 or 4 around, because they are quite cheap, and people, you know, they are trapped, so they eventually die from it. How about this one? Well, you get some damage indeed, but these things needs to be in a small, really small room, so people won't escape. And as you can see, if you go to the sides, you will still get hurt. Yeah, and I die, of course. Fire trap. Let's go here. And this hurts a bit. And this will hurt me more faster. And yes, of course, this will kill you easily. Pretty much you're gonna die if you don't have another way to run. Imagine a hole in a base and you fall down and you do that. Or you can always put these traps all around your base, okay? Now I'm gonna show you a small example of what you can do with these traps inside of a base. I already have bases here, but I'm gonna, in a while in the future, build more bases, okay, better bases with these traps, and show you, okay, at least one base. Just give me some time because I've been releasing a lot of Hurtworld videos lately. Let's go. You should place these traps on more vulnerable areas of your base. If you cannot afford to place them all around, you can always put them inside, okay? My ownership stake is upstairs, up to 3-4 meters from the ground. You can place a stake. And for example, I'm thinking I can place one here right in front of the entrance. Even if you have an airlock or not, this is a great idea. So I'm gonna place a poison trap here. But you can always change it, switch it to oh, I cannot change it now, I cannot remove it. Probably a fire trap is also a great idea, because if you have to die, you will die inside of your base while passing here. So you will always have time to open, close the door and go here. Alright? And this is a great way of, you know, people that pass through your base and they ask you for stuff, you say, okay, come in, and then you quickly close the door. Right? And as you can see, well, this design is actually a good idea, because as you can see, you barely notice the trap here. That's why it's called trap. It's not to be seen really well. And then you can always add through the corridors even more. And you can, you know, cover these sides with these walls, and people will like, okay, is there another way of getting in? And they will get their butts all hurt with these things. Okay, and this is not really proper design for these traps, but it's actually, it works. Okay, these traps works in any base, in my opinion. And this is another idea. You just remove one of the foundations or two and put this. But yes, definitely I'm gonna build a better base, okay, proper base design, where you will see the action of these traps, okay, for real. This was created by JeSTeR Pro, Steve and Blue Wolf, with some help from Laser Hydra and Cow Tricks for the inputs. And as you can see here, we're still under testing and stuff, as I said, but it's a great ad already. And if you own your own server or a public server, you can still add this already to the server and let people build, because this is a great ad to give a surprise to raiders, definitely. And I totally support this idea of having new traps besides of land crab mines and poison traps, or even Medusa vines. Sometimes they are a little more painful to build, maybe. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video.